Very early on in my journey as a commercial cleaning business owner, I was looking for some success stories, obviously, to give me some confidence and see some examples of somebody who's done it before. But what I found instead was the story of a man who actually ended up in jail after starting his commercial cleaning business. And somehow I was still able to pull some motivation and inspiration from this story, and I wanted to share it with you guys. I just came across it recently and found a video of a news story going over this event. Yeah, I thought it'd be really cool to do a different style of video on the channel, reaction style. So you guys let me know what you think of the new platform if you guys want to see more reaction videos of me reacting to more things related to the commercial cleaning industry. So let's take a look at the story.
Look, this for all my boss babes. Go do your boss thing. Loving how you boss, babe. This for all my dreamers and my doers and all the entrepreneurs. Just believe in what you're doing and pursuing them. This for all my boss babes. Go do your boss thing.
Welcome back. I'm Shannon Handy in for Barbara Lee Edwards.
Ooh, right out the gate, big cityscape. Anytime I see a big cityscape anywhere, and when I travel or on TV, I just think money, because I know all those spaces need to be cleaned. All of those buildings need to be cleaned. Every last one of those businesses, all those little lights are just hundreds of thousands of dollars flashing to me. So I love seeing that. So that should be how you look at cityscapes or even large industrial areas. That should all just look like money to you. I love seeing it. I think this is over in San Diego? Yeah.
Editorial company that provides services to several major hotels have been indicted on fraud and tax evasion charges.
It's being called the largest insurance fraud case San Diego has ever seen. CBS News 8's Heather Hope.
The largest fraud and insurance case in the history of San Diego? That's crazy. That's absolutely wild. I'm already thinking, why? Why do we let it get that big? I'm sure there was a point where you had more than enough money to double back and get legal.
Is live in Kearney Mesa with details. Heather?
Boss fam, really quick, shout out to everyone who's been reaching out to me and let me know that you've been filling up your calendar and booking walkthroughs and making more money in your cleaning business using the cold sales template that I put out earlier this month. No one is happier for you than me. If you don't have a cold sales system in your commercial cleaning business, then this is a great resource for you. The link is in the description under cold call sales template. There's some bonus information that comes with it about how you can start thinking about automating this system as well. At a heavy discount for the first 100 users, go check it out. The link is in the description. Let's get back to the video.
We're right outside the Good Neighbor Services company office here in San Diego. And then inside is just dark. You can see a light tree. But what we found out earlier, if you look up the company on his website, you'll get a totally different address. And it's confusion like that that caused some employees to report several issues to authorities who opened up a massive investigation. Dressed in a navy blue jumpsuit, Stephen Kwan in court this afternoon entered a plea to the judge. The bail was set at $1 million, just a fraction of what the owner of Good Neighbor Services is accused of defrauding the state.
If he defrauded the state for millions of dollars, I'm sure he probably has the bond for $1 million, bail and get himself out of jail, at least until trial.
At the Hall of Justice, the San Diego County District Attorney addressed Kwan several charges.
On 11 counts of workers' compensation fraud, premium fraud, and 18 counts of payroll tax evasion, and 1 count of extortion.
Kwan and his wife Stephanie are accused of concealing the existence of 800 Kwan and his wife Stephanie are accused of concealing the existence of 800 janitorial employees and a massive insurance scam touted to be the...
Hold on, I got to go back a little bit. So, one, she just threw the extortion in there. I don't know where that came from or what the story is behind that one. That's just hilarious to me. But 800 employees. 800 employees. Could you imagine having 800 employees and not thinking about doing things the right way? That is wild. Absolutely crazy to me.
18 counts of payroll tax evasion, and 1 count of extortion.
Kwan and his wife Stephanie are accused of concealing the existence of 800 janitorial employees and a massive insurance scam touted to be the largest insurance premium fraud case in San Diego history.
And the wife was in on it? Okay. I ain't mad at the couple's goals. Bonnie and Clyde, if you're going to do it together. But that's wild. 800 employees. Concealed the existence of 800 employees. How do you hide 800 employees? You have to know that like you're gonna get caught. Like you have to know. Like I get it. 1, 2 here, there to get started or whatever. But 800, my guy, 800 employees is a lot. I didn't go to school with 800 people ever in my life. I don't think through all of school I went to school with 800 people. That's crazy.
These defendants lied on the backs of their employees who were cleaning rooms in some of the most prestigious hotels in San Diego.
Top hotels such as the
Ritz-Carlton.
Ritz-Carlton, the Hyatt,
Okay.
Hilton Hotels, Four
Hilton.
Seasons, and La Berge Hotel in Del Mar,
Ooh.
where staff members in
Oh my, did he have a nice client list? Oh, can you imagine having that client list? I thought mine looked fancy with some of the brands that I work with and I partner with, but Hyatt, Hilton, oh my. Your potential clients have no clue how big your business is or what it looks like on the inside. What they know is what you present to them. So if you are just presenting that same typical estimate sheet or quote sheet, then you're not going to stand out very much. If you want a more professional way to present your business, I created a template for proposals that you can download and customize and use it for yourself. And I guarantee you that you will have a lot more success. It'll show your potential customers that you actually care and you put some time into what you're presenting and how you're presenting your business. Download the proposal template. It's absolutely free. There's a link in the description labeled proposal template. Click that. It's of extreme value. Even if you don't use my template, at least you get to see how I'm doing proposals and be able to create one for yourself. And even doing that, I think is going to give you a much higher success rate. So download the proposal template in the link in the description. I know those checks were nice. Net 30 or net whatever or upfront, that's a nice check. It don't matter when you get those. When you get those, you're happy.
side said they were unaware of the insurance fraud. Also unaware was an employee at the GNS office in San Diego.
Do you work for GNS? Yeah, I'm a consultant.
With handwritten signs on the
That guy's
door,
not
this
saying
worker
nothing.
claims he didn't know about the Quan's alleged scam.
I don't know nothing.
For
I ain't
nearly
seen
a
nothing. I ain't
decade,
even
the
saying
Quans
nothing.
are accused of avoiding paying more than $3.6 million in insurance premiums and evaded paying over $3.3 million in payroll taxes, totaling about $7 million in fraud.
$7
They used
million
a
in
methodical
fraud.
and systematic shell game.
$7 million in fraud of just insurance premiums and payroll taxes, which usually is about like 31%. So it's like, that's crazy. So that's just a percentage that he would have owed to them, to the state. That's not what he made. That's crazy. I don't understand putting yourself in that position. That's absolutely wild. But I'm already thinking, yo, if this dude can do $7 million in fraud, that means tens of million dollars in actual revenue. Legally, maybe I'm not cheating or anything like that, or I'm not defrauding the government, but I could do it legally for a couple million. If this dude can get up to tens of millions of dollars doing it illegally, I feel pretty confident in myself. If he can get away with getting that big illegally, I can definitely make some, I can definitely cut my little slice of pie out of this cake. I'm already having a little bit more confidence in thinking that there's clearly, obviously, some money in this industry, and I might want to get in there. And I think I can do pretty well on the legal side.
A methodical and systematic shell game, which involves 6 straw owners who have also been charged.
Workers
they all
claimed
wanna
if they
go.
got hurt, they could be fired.
So I talked about shell companies in a different video. This is one of the ways that people use shell companies, is to hide different business activities, in shady business practices and things like that, which is why there's a negative stigma around shell companies and things like that. But shell companies are not illegal. It's not illegal to have a shell company or to have certain companies do certain activities and other companies existed to perform other business actions. That's not illegal. It's the illegal activity within those companies that makes it illegal. Because of that, that's why it has such a negative connotation. But having shell companies in and of itself is not illegal or shady. But yeah, using it to hide the existence of 800 employees, definitely probably a bit shady. Or using it to avoid paying payroll taxes, yeah, obviously a bit shady.
The Quans treated hundreds of their hotel workers like chattel. These are hardworking men and women.
Many of them, with the rate of pay that they were receiving, they felt that they were better off just continuing to work in such conditions.
It's sad. At the end of the day, it really is sad for all the people that were working for him, that were not, being paid fair wages, working overtime and not being compensated for it, not having those benefits of being able to, if you receive an injury on the job, being able to have that taken care of, or just losing your job if you get injured. That's that sucks. That sucks for all those people, and it's a terrible thing to do to people that, quite frankly, prop up our economy and prop up these businesses, and they do the things and the jobs that people in America don't want to do. So I have a lot of respect for those people, and even dealing with that It speaks to their character, just knowing what they had to deal with, and who they had to work for and the conditions they had to work in, and they still decide to go to work every day. And I got people that if the smallest thing can happen and they won't show up for work, but these people were showing up for work, knowing that they're not getting their fair due, and so it's just sad.
Both the Kwans were arrested in Orange County. Mrs. Kwan is to be arraigned at a later date. The 6 accomplices named in the case, they could face 6 to 8 years, and they're due back in court on January 5th. So how much time are the company owners facing? We'll detail that for you coming up at 6:30. For now, I'll send it back to you, Shannon.
Thanks, Heather. The district attorney's office is asking additional employees who worked for the Kwans and were denied benefits to come forward. The number for the insurance fraud hotline is 1-800-315-7672.
Crazy. Yeah, so that's the story, that one of the first stories that kind of inspired me to get into this business. And not because I saw an opportunity to break the law and make millions of dollars. It was like it was the opportunity in general. If he was able to defraud for tens of millions of dollars, that means there's millions of dollars in this industry, and so there's definitely some for me to get. I can make some for myself, and I can do it the legal way and not have to worry about getting indicted or having to do 6 to 8 years in prison, or being investigated for tax evasion or payroll fraud or workers' compensation premium fraud. I didn't have to worry about any of that stuff because I felt like I could just do it legally. If I charged up front, then I could pay for everything that I needed, and make sure everything was on the up and up, and no one would even, would even care whatsoever. As a matter of fact, being a black man, I always felt like there was a microscope on anything that I was doing. So I'm not gonna get away with having. I never felt like I would get away with having any piece of paperwork out of line or anything, not approved or under the table. I never thought that I would get away with any of that stuff. So I never wanted to do it anyway. So, but just hearing that story let me know that there's a lot of money in this industry to be had. I thought it was dope, and I wanted to share that with you guys and see how you would have reacted when you heard that story. But let me know in the comments. Also, get in the comments and let me know what you thought of this format. What do you think of me reacting to videos about things in the commercial cleaning industry? And now maybe I'll do a couple more like these. These are easy to do, so I can get these out for you guys. Let me know how you feel. Like this video, I would appreciate it a whole lot. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. One of the best things you can be doing for your cleaning business is to be on a continuous learning journey, and that means subscribing to channels like this where people are talking about your industry and talking about their experiences and things that you want to do. We've done before, so people with experience sharing their experiences, their ups, downs, successes and failures. Those are things that you can learn from and that can help your business move to the next level. So subscribe to the channel. Yeah, I love y'all, man. Keep that boss mentality. Peace.